Hey, this is Don with AngelEyes Foundation. We just stopped to help a young lady who was being assaulted by a guy on the side of the road. Unfortunately, he was able to outrun me, but right here on the side, here's EMS showing up to help her. So I gotta jump off here for a few. The fire trucks are here, the police are coming, but this is what AngelEyes Foundation does. We've seen them fighting on the side of the road, and we stopped. I ran back, he took off. This is what we do, we rescue victims. We'll see if Michelle will talk to us here in a little bit, but for now, I gotta jump off. Okay, this is Don with AngelEyes Foundation. EMS, fire have made it here. We're still here waiting on SAPD to show up. Meanwhile, the abuser has taken off, ran. Oh, here's SAPD finally getting here. Let me talk to them. Hey, okay, this is Don with AngelEyes Foundation. I can't make it any lighter in here. I don't know why. It's not showing up better. But we just had to run and finish a quick errand. We're on our way back down here to where SAPD showed up. And I was just talking to Amy about the 911 call. What? Oh, sorry, I gotta put my seatbelt on. Amy was telling me that on the 911 call, when she called in, when I jumped out to go break up the fight and then had to chase the perpetrator down, but he's younger, faster, got away from me. But on the 911 call, the most important thing was when Amy told them we stopped, 911 told us we should keep going. We should not have stopped. So I'm gonna do my very best to get that 911 recording. People want to know why victims don't report, why they don't call in. There's a perfect example, because we have the nonprofit, we do this, we stop. I always have my cuffs, I always have my guns, I always have my vest. Everyone deserves to be rescued, and when 911 tells my wife we should have kept going, how freaking, oh my God, it just infuriates me that that's what 911 would say to a good Samaritan who stopped to help a victim getting the shit kicked out of her on the side of the highway. That why did you stop, ma'am? You should have kept going. I really got to get my hands on this recording. Maybe I can get KSAT or somebody to help me. But anyway, we're on our way back up here, and I'm going to continue this. I'm going to go back live when we get there, because I want you guys to see how SAPD treats victims. So when I get back up here, we'll go live again. Please tune in. Okay, this is Don. We're getting ready to go back live. I want to see what SAPD has done for her so far. They helping you, kiddo? Yeah. Well, I come back to check on her. No. I work with victims of domestic violence. I want to make sure she's being treated fairly, and I want to make sure. No. No, please. And you're Officer Salinas. I want you, the public, to see how SAPD treats victims and advocates right here. So, no, I'm not stepping over there and leaving her over here. I come back to check on her. I have a license for that. If you want to call one of your supervisors, feel free. Did they file a report for your behalf?
said this individual that does not.
I'm the one that called 911. I'm the one that dialed 911. I'm the one that showed up long before you did. And if I'm not mistaken, you showed up and asked me, is everything okay out here, right? Okay, well, it wasn't okay because she was getting her ass kicked on the side of the road. Well, I want to make sure that you fill out the right form and not just an incident form. This is domestic violence.
I know that, sir. I'm officer. I know the difference. Okay?
Well, most of you don't. Most of you only give an incident card. That's it. That's fine. Now, I just want to make sure she gets the right treatment.
Yes, sir. She's getting the right treatment. Unless you're an officer and you know.
Oh, I do know quite a bit. Trust me. I mean, we do this all the time. So, and I've also seen how officers treat victims of domestic violence because she was getting her ass kicked. Okay, well, then why are you? I'm not stepping over there. Because I do bodyguard service. I rescue victims of domestic violence. That's what. No, I'll step right over here. It's my right to come back and check on her. I'm standing here.
You want to go back to your car like I just said?
I'm not going all the way over there until you're done with her.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I'm the one that stopped her from getting her ass kicked on the side of the road. So when I come back to check on her and your officer's telling me I need to step away, he knows who I was because he showed up way after the EMS did on the side of the road, and he said, "Oh, is everything okay back there?" And I said, "No, it's not okay. She got her ass kicked on the side of the road," and I was the one who stopped and separated him from her.
Trying to handle it, you know.
Well, and I want to make sure she gets a case number instead of just an incident.
No, we don't work that way. Who do you work for?
I work for BPS Security. I also do bodyguard service. Have a nonprofit organization that works with
security.
Yes.
After identifying myself, this officer still called for backup. They sent 3 more officers. Imagine our victim tonight was only 5 foot 2 inches tall, maybe 100 to 115 pounds, just had her ass kicked by a man on the side of the road, and SAPD has 2 or 3 great big officers over there towering over her, intimidating her, and they're making me, her advocate, the one who stopped and rescued her on the side of the road and stopped the guy from beating her ass, stand way over here away from her, so she feels all alone and intimidated by 2 or 3 great big officers. How fair is that? When I say that SAPD needs some training on how to handle victims of domestic violence, sensitivity training, this is what I mean. When I was coming south on 281, she and her ex were stopped on the side of the road down there. When we slowed down, he reached over, grabbed her by the arm, pulled her back in the vehicle. They took off. She then tried to jump out of the vehicle, stopped on the side of the road. At that point,
He's the driver.
he was the driver.
And then you said he was.
She was the passenger.
Okay.
She was trying to get out of the vehicle.
Okay.
So when she was trying to get out of the vehicle, I pulled over on the shoulder, backed up, told my wife to call 911. I went back, I got him separated. She was okay, had him with his hands on the trunk, told him that the police were on the way. I asked her to walk up and tell my wife to make sure that 911 was sending somebody right away because she was injured. So when I did that, she come back, she went to get something out of her
So you
car.
actually, when she's trying to get out, you walk up on him? Is that what happened? How did you make contact with him?
We pulled over in front of them and backed up.
Them and backed up, okay?
Backed up.
Just trying to understand the whole situation, okay? You back up.
So
you
I back up.
Get out of your car. You walk back to them.
Correct.
What was the exchange after that?
He had her by the hair and by the arm trying to pull her back in the vehicle. When he looked up and seen me coming and seen I was approaching his vehicle, he let go of her. She was able to jump out and get away from him. Then he jumped out of the driver's side, come around to try and get to her while I was talking to her in the grass. And I told him then to back up by the back of the car and told her to
Did you
go.
identify yourself to him?
I did. I identified myself as being a nonprofit organization. I work with victims of domestic violence, and they can't fight on the side of the road. We were calling
What did he say to
911.
them?
He said she was the crazy one. She was the one that was attacking him, but she was the one trying to jump out of the car.
Okay.
Then she went up, like I said, to my vehicle.
You get to see his face?
I did.
If you see him again, you think you recognize him? Well, she knows who he is, but if you saw him, yes or no? I mean, it doesn't matter.
I mean, probably, but he had
Guess you could
he had a
identify him.
hat on, so
5'5" is my understanding. How tall do you think he was?
he was probably 5'5", 5'6", somewhere there. Lightweight, probably about 140 pounds, maybe.
What was he
Fast, because he outran me. He had on blue jeans, a white shirt, and a dark baseball cap.
wearing? Okay, blue jeans, white shirt. And what color baseball cap?
It was a dark color. I don't know if it's black or dark blue, but
Okay. Which way did he run?
he ran this way around the building, coming over here.
This way?
Yes, I lost him right over there at the corner of the building because I got tired.
And he kept going this way.
Yes. But I've seen so many officers don't, go ahead.
335 was, last seen the direction of flight was towards the Chevron, which would be west from where we're standing. And he said he's a fast runner?
Yeah, he was fast.
He went west toward the Merrill Lynch Bank.
He ran around the Merrill Lynch.
Around the bank, and when he passed that, he ran from the vicinity towards the Chevron, traveling west, southwest.
Were you coming?
So I came back to make sure I gave my statement to him because he dismissed me on the side of the road. I went and picked up my laundry, came back. Then he became indignant about I need to step back and ask me who I was. He didn't even remember seeing me on the edge of the
He
road.
didn't remember anything. He probably didn't know, like I said, he
So-
probably didn't know who you were.
So
He
then
didn't-
I told him.
He may have did not connected you to the situation out there, because when he's down there, can I get one more? Because he's trying to get information from her. He's gonna have to write a whole. But we don't ignore these. We don't. Okay. I don't know who your experience has been with, but in family violence, we take those extremely serious. I've been doing this for 38 years.
Right.
Two departments that we do. We know.
I'm not saying every officer dismisses it,
I
but
understand. I'm just trying to explain to you.
right.
Okay, and I've got your information, and basically what you told me what transpired, and now we know when he ran around the corner, he headed this way.
Yeah, when I lost him, I was right there at the pillar. He was going this way down the street towards the stoplight.
Okay, so he was
And like I said, he was a lot faster than I was.
He lives on the east side, so I was focusing if he's trying to run back east, but I don't think.
21, you coming?
Well, she told me he was living off of Fredericksburg.
That's what she told you. I need to go over there and talk to her. I can manage to get more things out of them because a lot of times they're not trying to tell us the truth, and I can tell.
Right.
That's what's okay.
Well, and that's why I came back, because
No,
she
I
was
understand.
scared a while ago. I mean, hell, I didn't make the best witness because
Thank you for stopping, and Carly saved her. Like anything else, you got to be real careful because even us walk up to something, you know,
Right.
what's gonna happen. But I need to get back with her so I can talk to her.
Yes, sir.
I have all your information. Your information is going to go on the report.
Okay.
Okay, and I apologize if whatever the officer, how you may have felt. I wasn't there. Wasn't here when you were talking to me.
Right.
But you know.
Well, I appreciate what you guys do. I know you're not supposed to shake hands,
Supposed to
but
have a mask on and everything.
I know so am I. But mine flew off when I was chasing him. So,
Okay.
but thank you so much.
No, not a problem. Thank you. And
And if you would
we're
you
gonna find out what's going to happen?
would you make sure she has my number to call me?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well,
Okay, I'm curious to see what these. Okay, so I don't know how many of you seen or heard that transpire, but they called the cops, they called supervisors, they called 3 cops because I showed up. Now, hopefully, with this all being recorded, she'll get what she needs. And I believe the sergeant that showed up is actually going to do that. So, Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Now you know what we do. This is not normally something I get to record, because when it happens, I am normally in a vest, carrying my gun, everything else. But today I was able to record it. I don't know, maybe I'm too close when it comes to these things. I don't know if the officer was right or the officer was wrong by telling me to step back, but I wasn't stepping back till I knew that she had everything she needed. But yeah, they had three more officers show up because I was there and wanted to be an advocate for her and make sure that they didn't just give her an incident report, that they actually filed this as a domestic violence. She was getting her ass kicked on the side of the road, and hopefully Michelle will call me and we can get more from Michelle. But yes, that's what I do, guys. That's what I do every time I see something like that happen. So when you donate to us, that's what your money goes to. Your money goes to giving me time and availability to respond and do these kind of things, and make sure that victims have an advocate or somebody on their side. So anyway, that's all I got for this one. We'll catch you next time.